Konnichiwa, minasan! It's Mage Captain Ingilshakes, and welcome back to Ocarina of Time Master Quest 3D! Last time we did the Deku Tree, and this time we're going to be taking on a different dungeon. So in the meantime, I'm going to let you know that I did pick up a heart container just so that I don't have too much of a hard time actually surviving. This is the first dungeon that kind of challenges you a little more so with the puzzles rather than just the whole dying easily thing. So welcome to the Dodongo's Cavern! Now, I actually do plan on getting some guest hosts in this series, although not necessarily for the first few dungeons.
It looks like there are lava pits around you, so watch your damn step, boy!
Thank you very much for letting me know, Navi. Now, the big challenge with this dungeon is not so much being able to do it, but more so being able to do it quickly, because I would like to leave this all in one video, though if it goes over a half hour, then I'm very tempted to split it into two parts, and if this shows up as part one, that's the reason why. So first things first, I'm also going to let you guys know that I don't really intend... Oh, that didn't work. Well, maybe it did actually work. Let's see if it blows up, and it did absolutely nothing. Good! I love wasting time! Going after the same damn rocks again, okay. But like I was saying before, I'm not planning on going after every little tidbit of items and things of that sort in this dungeon. For example, we're going to be skipping over the map, because I really don't need it. And the only reason I'm actually going for the compass is because it's kind of on the way anyway. So with that said, I did say I was going to go after Skulltulas, but especially in these early dungeons, you kind of run into an issue, because you're not going to be able to get a lot of them without a certain item. So because of that, I think I'm going to come back and wrap up the Skulltulas, you know, assuming everyone really wants to see that kind of a thing anyway. I'll let you guys, you know, let me know whether or not that's something of interest. But if that's the case, I'm going to come back and do that in a later video, because for the meantime, there's really not much I can do with that. So with that said, you want to come up here, and the first thing you'll notice about this dungeon is when you start going through it, you do a lot of things kind of in reverse order relative to how it was in the original game. For example, we're already coming all the way up here, and we already made that platform, like, you know, raised to the second floor. I love how I did little hand gestures, if you guys could actually see that. Of course you can't, but it's all fine and good. Now, where exactly is this torch that just lit up? That is right down there, I think. Am I going to... Yes, I am. Okay, oh my god! Okay. Took a little bit of damage, but it's all fine and good. Open the damn door, Navi. Just stop flying around the door. Now, another thing you'll notice in this room is that they kind of changed it up a little bit. First things first, I want to get rid of these guys because they weren't here in the original version, and we actually have to get rid of them because some of them actually have silver rupees in them. And, of course, you want to take care of that. It actually kind of sucks not being able to have, sound... Don't just stand there with the bomb, man! You gotta... Oh, and it bounced off the door, too. Shit! Okay. Let's try that again. Maybe I should stop being lazy and just place it in front. This is ridiculous. This is like the worst run I've ever had of this dungeon. Okay. It's all fine and good. Now, first things first, I would like to get rid of them because, like I said, they have silver rupees. And silver rupees have sort of an interesting function. In the original game, they didn't show up until much later. But here, you have to collect so many of them. And you can actually hear them as a progression of musical notes. If, for those of you who actually do know music, it goes up sort of chromatically. And I believe the E major is when it finally opens the door, if I remember correctly. I can't actually listen to it and confirm it, though, for you guys. So sorry about that. Here's another one of those weird mechanics that you never had to use in the original game. You actually have to light this bomb, or rather this bomb flower, on fire, and not make it over! Okay. Poor Link is like making so many sacrifices just to make all this stuff work. So, like in the original game, you have to blow all these up at the same time in order to make the stairs come down. But what's different this time is you don't actually have one that you can just sort of place there. You have to go through that whole weird thing. Now, I believe we got all the silver rupees down here. I'm just going to go and make sure real quick because, again, I usually judge it by the sound, but I can't listen to the sound, so I have to make sure. I'm going to go break this box here. If it's not in here, I might as well just cut. Okay, there was nothing in there. Alright. So, it can be really tedious having to climb up these steps one by one, so I like to just do this. It actually does work, assuming you aim your camera correctly, and it's a lot faster that way. I just noticed that earlier today that actually does work. So you want to come over here because I believe there is another silver rupee. There you go, silver rupee. Got another one of those Skulltula bastards up there. And I want to let you guys know why wasn't there any kind of Final Fantasy episodes this week, because I know, like, you know, a lot of you were probably expecting me to start that. And the reason why is because I actually recorded all 3 of the episodes I was planning on having out this week. And in editing, I kind of realized, you know, this project's not going to be very popular. It's really not, in all honesty. It's, as much as I love Final Fantasy VII from my youth, the game just really hasn't aged well. It's just not pretty at all to look at. It's extremely dialogue heavy, but seeing as how there aren't even a lot of cutscenes, that means that it's just going to be a major interruption of the commentary to constantly have to read the dialogue from that game. It's really just not working out for me, so I decided, you know, before I start this whole thing and then hate it and then pull out like I've done in the past, I figured this time I might as well just play it safe and just let it go for the time being. So I am exploring with possible games to do. Now, I've highly considered starting Kingdom Hearts. So I'm curious as to what you guys think about that. Now, I actually mentioned this when I guest starred in Fiery's Ocarina of Time finale, and a lot of you guys there mentioned that, you know, you would like to see a Kingdom Hearts run. So for everybody else who didn't necessarily see that, I'm curious as to what you think, because I do want to have, like, you know, a regular, at least semi-daily series. This friggin' Dodongo is pissing me off now. Whoa, my God, it was like a little dance move. It's like a Michael Jackson. They're like, whoo! I want to do that again. The thing's gonna die, though, after this sword hit. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. It's all fine and good, though. Anyway, now after this, we're going to be picking up the compass, which helps me out a lot. I do recommend picking up the compass in this dungeon because sometimes it's hard to just know exactly which door you're supposed to walk into, especially if you have no navigation skills like me. But yes, it's all fine and good. Also, my throat's been bothering me today, so if there are a lot of voice cracks or if there's just a lot of moments, that's the reason why. Just letting you guys know. And the compass does help, as you can see in the bottom left screen there. Or bottom left of the screen, I should say, because it lets you know where you just came from. So we're already doing this, and to be honest with you, I'm not doing as well on time as I should be because I've been, like, fumbling around. Of course, as I record. Typical, it's just like the friggin' Metroid race. Okay, so when you guys see this, Part 7 hasn't gone up yet. So I'm not really going to spoil anything, but I will say I kind of had my own LAN moment this week, you know, if that kind of helps you figure out what I'm talking about. So Part 7 is going to go up on time, as always. And we actually already have Part 8 almost ready to go, too, because I wanted to do things ahead of time for once, even though it's at the end of the series, and I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. But I kind of had my own moment where I was just sort of flipping out, and I guess on one hand, I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but at the same time, I guess it helps to spice things up a little bit, too, so not really that big of a deal. But it's true, though. I mean, like, for any of you guys who have ever tried to do your own recordings, the Let's Play curse is so friggin' true and relevant. It really is, because you will mess up on things that you've never messed up, like, things you've never even considered messing up on before. Like, things that haven't even come to your mind yet. And all of a sudden, you'll start screwing them up. Like, things that are second nature. It's really strange the way that happens, but nevertheless, if any of you guys start doing Let's Plays on your own, that's something you definitely want to be cautious about. So now that we moved all these blocks out of the way, I'm actually amazed that I found something to talk about while I was doing that. I want to light them up here, and you'll notice that directly above them, and this is the reason why I did it, we've got torches here, so you want to light up the torch. Wow, that sounded really unnecessarily chipper. Like, we've got torches here! Yay! Okay. Now, you can't really see what that did, at least from here, because I kind of did it without actually showing you guys why we needed to do it, but basically it lit that torch over there, which helps because in a situation where you have to light things on fire, it kind of comes in handy to have fire. So that said, we're going to go and light a torch over here. Yeah! Oh, I was hoping to do a jump attack. That would have been cool. I would love to, like, do a jump attack and then, like, have the torch land so that it collects the fire anyway. So that takes care of that. And another issue you're going to be having here is this damn skull gets in the way. Oh, come on, dude. Oh. Yeah, I love doing that. Okay, and I already... Wait, no! Wait, I still have it! I still have it! Alright, I'm sorry. I usually mess that up, so I don't usually actually have the fire here. That's all fine and good. So we lit that, and... Ah! Okay, so I need to find a block, and it would be... Where the hell is the damn block? Okay, here it is. That would be really dumb if it was actually on the other side. I don't know why I was looking over there. You have to move it to the other side. You wouldn't have to do anything at all if it was already there to begin with. I'm just being a silly, as I often call Fiery. So that said, we're going to move things down here. And as I was saying before, we are going to have guest hosts, although they're not going to start until the temples. I know most of you guys know this game and know exactly what I'm referring to, but for those of you who don't, that's the reason why I'm being vague. These first 3 dungeons are kind of like the preliminary dungeons, and then the next 5 after that are sort of like the real dungeons. And for each one of those, I have a guest host lined up that's going to help us out. So that said, we're going to kick some ass. Now, I might actually see if I can try to get somebody in on the next dungeon after this, but I can't promise that, whereas at least I know I've already got other people lined up for the rest of them. So you always want to be careful, especially by these torches, because there's always going to be some kind of a keys over there. And, of course, we got one of these bastards, as always, and I think there's actually another keys right behind him, too. I probably shouldn't be wasting all these things, but I just don't feel as though these guys are worth me having to bloody my sword. That'd be crazy. Imagine if there was like a rated M for mature Zelda, where you actually like kill the enemies and you get like the blood stains on them. That'd be ridiculous. Someone should make a mod for that. An Ocarina of Time mod that's like super gory. That would be ridiculous. I want to see that. So, next things next, you want to do the same thing with this bomb flower chew. I almost called it a bomb. Damn it! Oh, wait, no, never mind. It actually worked. And now we have our mini-boss. Mini-boss number 1, to be exact. Now, I don't like jumping in the lava. Wow, that was really bad. I usually like just chasing right after these guys. See, he's gonna run away like a little bitch. I like, not missing, but I do like just chasing right after him instead of waiting for them to come to me. Okay, so they're only gonna let you fight one at a time, basically. So you want to just get like as many jump attacks in as you can. And as always, just to make things go by a little bit faster, I don't even know which one I'm gonna be fighting next. Okay, so come here, you. See, sometimes like you can't actually like hit them until they're ready to be hit. That's like such an unfair advantage. The fact that you can swing your sword at them, and because the game wasn't ready for them to receive the damage, they don't. There you go, it takes care of that, and they are done. Alrighty then, so I'm going to refer to my compass here just because I have no idea where the hell I'm going. And we're going to go through this door. So first things first, oh, screw it. I didn't need anything in those pots. I don't know why I was going after them. So this room is actually kind of tricky if you don't know exactly what you're doing. It's very easy to get tripped up in here. So first things first, you want to go after that. And this is via time limit, so you want to be careful on this platform here. And you also want to be careful because it's a friggin' keys. Very strategically, but annoyingly placed right there. So first things first, he hit me, and therefore I need to take care of that. Taking care of business. And now that we've got this bomb flower, we want to come over here by this rock and BAM! Probably should have saved the BAM for the actual explosion, but it's all fine and good. Next things next, you want to make sure this runs out, which it did. I would have known that if I could actually hear the sound. And you want to immediately run over here and step on this platform because basically that's how you get rid of the fire path on the second one. There's yet another keys up here, which I don't really have time to kill, but I did anyway because I thought it was going to knock me off. And you really got to rush with this because the fire's going to come back really fast. I know I didn't really get to show it there, but it's happened before. So that's it. There is a chest in here. It's just blue rupees, so I want to keep going because I really want to get this done in under a half hour. So with that said, we're going to blow this up now. And you already kind of saw what was going on before from the other side, but seeing as how there weren't any bomb flowers up here, we couldn't do anything about it yet. Now we actually can. We have clear access and we have bomb flowers, so what you want to come is bring this bomb all the way down here, and there's a door right there. And if Link wasn't taking fall damage, I could have blown it up even faster, but it's all fine and good. So this is what I was talking about. In the original game, you actually go through this room much earlier in the dungeon, but for whatever reason, it's almost like they do things in reverse order here. So these platforms are actually a new addition. For whatever reason, that one will rise up whenever you step on it. And you want to take your bomb flower here and blow up this rock. Why? Because it has yet another bomb flower in it, but this one's actually closer, so it's easier to utilize. The only problem is that it blows up the bomb flower in the process. So you want to wait for that to come back real quick. I don't think there actually is anything in here, so we're going to skip over. That's one of those Skulltula rooms that, like I said, we can't do anything about it just yet. So we're just going to skip it for now. In the meantime, you want to throw that up there. We have a fire keys, which I'd really like to take care of before it runs after me. It's going to do... Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was freaking me out for a second there. Okay, so I was going after the keys, so you couldn't really see what was going on, but by blowing up all of these consecutive bomb flowers strategically placed along the wall and ceiling, it reveals yet another eye, and you guys know what to do whenever we see an eye. Shoot it! And miss. And then shoot it again. Thank you very much. Okay. So all that said and done, we're... Whoa! Holy shit. I did not expect that. Yeah, that's one of those weird Skulltulas that, like, it'll go up to the ceiling, and then it goes to the... Did you just see that? Okay. Because I've seen that guy disappear before. I've never actually seen him go through the ceiling, though. That's ridiculous. I don't know if that was an error in programming or what. But it's all fine and good. We come through here, and we have yet another mini-boss battle. So this time, you got fewer platforms, but they are bigger, so I appreciate that. It's a little easier, a little easier on the jumping there. Not that you really have much to worry about. Zelda's kind of one game where you really can't complain about the platform because it literally does it for you. You don't even have to hit a jump button. Okay, so that takes care of that. Actually, it takes care of nothing. All I did was hit him in the crotch. I'm gonna go after this one this time. Just always anticipate that you're gonna have to fight the alternate one next. Oh, that would have been perfect! See what I mean, though? As soon as they won't let you actually hit them until they're ready to receive the damage. That's, like, so biased in the favor of the friggin' AI programming there. I'm already down to 3 hearts, so I gotta be careful, because I can't actually hear when I go low on health. Yeah. Where's the... Okay, there he is, the bastard. Oh, see, that time it helped. Okay, so just keep your shield up or down or however you want to think of it, and that takes care of that, and we are actually right in front of the door. 15 minutes, we're actually not doing as badly on time as I thought we were. Mainly because I kind of skipped a lot of stuff, but again, optional stuff that we're going to come back for anyway, when we actually can get all the sculptures and things of that sort. That said, I want to come over here and blow this thing up. Now, what makes this room a pain in the ass, at least in this version, is the fact that they're going to be posed randomly that they put in here. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It's really strange. But with that taken care of, we want... Oh, there's the Poe. I believe I want to go north, so I actually want to go that way. I want to make sure this door is actually open. No, I actually don't want to go that way. I got to go south. My bad. I think there actually is another pattern with the bomb flowers, and we are going to have to go after that, but not just yet. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, we are, because the door is locked. This is the part that makes it a pain in the ass. I know there's another bomb flower hidden amongst these blocks here, so it's somewhere. I just don't know exactly where it is, so I'm just going to keep hitting around for these and trying to find it. Oh, wait. I found it. Oh, shit. Get out of here, you bitch. Okay, so we picked that up. And now I have to remember where the, oh, here it is. Shit. Low on health. Not good. Okay, let's hit a pot over here and see if we can get some health out of that. There you go, you bastard. As Fiery said at the end of her Twilight Princess run, give me love, not money. Stop giving me rupees. Give me hearts. I totally butchered that, but it's all fine and good. Let's come through the door. That didn't do anything. You know, I'm so pissed off. I'm gonna take it out on this Poe. Because seriously, it's pissing me off now. I want to open the damn door. Oh yeah, very convenient. I don't know. Okay, I need like these Poes to get out of here so I can look at this bomb flower pattern here and see what I did wrong. Okay, so yeah, well, you're gonna go invisible, fine, but don't attack me at the same time. I need to look at what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's look up. And where exactly does it go? It's supposed to open the door. At least I thought it did. But it's all fine and good. Let's try this again instead of wasting even more time in this room. Of course, like, the very next room we go into after saying we're actually doing well on time is the one where I start messing things up. So let me get out of here before I get blown up in the face. There you go. Okay, now that opened the door this time. And over here, you'll notice we're actually back in the main room of the dungeon. And we, at long last, have a weapon that if we were only just a little bit taller, we could have just grabbed onto the ledge and gotten it as soon as we entered the dungeon and pretty much finished things off without going through the entire dungeon itself. But we have the bomb bag. I probably could have exploited some kind of a glitch, but A, I wouldn't know exactly how to do that, and B, I just don't see that as all that useful, seeing as how there's supposed to be a walkthrough for people that actually want to do it the correct way. So now that we've done all of that, we are going to go up here, and from this point on, the Master Quest portion is not really all that different from the original game. If you do remember the original game, you'll know what we have to do next now that we have the bomb bag. Although, it would help if I actually equipped it first, so we're going to go in our start menu here and do just that. I'm going to go and replace the Deku Sticks because we're not going to need them again for a while. So we're actually doing pretty well. We are not even 20 minutes in yet, and I want to go to at least a half hour before I feel like I have to split this off into a separate video. So that's it. We're going to drop it into the eye, because Nintendo is always trying to find really creative ways to be sadist. Now we're going to bomb an eye socket. Oh, shit! Okay, that's actually okay. Because we can do this, and it'll work just as well. Yeah! Alrighty then, so with that said, we're going to march through the door and enter the last area of this dungeon at long last. I shouldn't say at long last, actually it wasn't that long of a dungeon at all. We're going to skip pretty much what's in here because, again, there's really not all that much to be obtained. There's a lot of useless chests in this dungeon. Rupees and hearts and things. Well, not really so much hearts, but things of that sort. We are going to come back for Skulltulas if everyone really wants to see that. Oh my god, I'm low on health again. When did that happen? Shit! Do not die, motherfucker. This recording's actually going too well. Oh my god, that scared the living piss out of me. Okay. Please drop a heart. Thank you very much, good sir. Your death was not in vain. So when we come over here, we have yet another Lizafulls. As ridiculous as that is, these guys are going to start becoming common enemies and not nearly as late in the game as they did in the original version. In Master Quest, you pretty much see these guys all over the place. So you might be wondering, how the hell do I get over here? Well, if you step on this tombstone, which they randomly placed here, you will notice that there actually is a crystal switch over there. And much like in Link to the Past fashion, you actually have to throw something over and bomb it. Screensaver going off indicates that we're at the 20-minute mark, although I cut something earlier on, so it's not going to appear that way. And this is the part that actually makes me kind of nervous, as you can see, because we've got a ton of these Armos over there, and they're gonna come after you pretty much all at once. And that's friggin' terrifying, and I'm gonna try to hide behind this thing, and that's going to actually help a lot. Oh, shit. Ugh. Man, I don't need bombs, I need hearts, dude. Okay, let's try this. Can you, like... Okay, that did not work. Like, okay. I definitely need a different strategy here. This is not working. No! Damn it. Okay, hang on. Let's try this. There you go. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know why. It didn't work the first time. It worked that time. Okay, good. So now that we're done wasting time, we've got our hearts back, and in a dungeon that's dedicated to fire, we randomly have this ice block here. I always found that kind of weird. These guys were, like, definitely on something when they programmed this version of the game. This is, like, super ROM hack level. They must have, like, actually hired hackers to come and make this version of the game, because it's such a ROM hack. I love it, though. It's just for the fact that it's actually an official Nintendo recognized game. And I actually want to catch that fairy, so we're going to equip a bottle that I got in Kakariko Village in between recordings. They make the whole bottle look pink. It looks like almost like a pink kind of juice in there. But that's all fine and good. That said, we're going to come over here. And it takes us right back into the room we were previously in. Now, in the original version of the game, you had to push a block into the middle of the room to reveal a switch. For whatever reason, they've decided to make it even less tedious here. I don't know why. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily going to complain about it. And that opens that door right there by the boss's skull head. So let's open the door. Let's see what we've got. Now, I'm going to open this chest here because I could probably use the few extra bombs I was going to have. So it's all fine and good. And on that note, it's time for us to take on the king of this dungeon. Oh my god, it's land soon in the morning! Run, everybody! No, I'm just kidding. It's King Dodongo. And much like with King Gama, this fight pretty much operates the same way it does in the original game. He opens his mouth, you throw a bomb in it, he stuns himself, and unfortunately this time you can only get one jump shot in, so you actually have to do it tediously a few times. It is possible to just completely avoid him without even having to use the shield if you go all the way to the edge. It doesn't really matter in all honesty, because if you just use your shield, it's not going to eat up that much damage. That said, pretty much... much like with Luigi's Mansion, actually, there is something I kind of want to bring up. None of these bosses really did anything. They're kind of just, like, chilling, minding their own business, and Link is just going around destroying them. It's like, it almost kind of begs the question, like, should Nintendo games actually have more of a rich narrative? Because in their current state, a lot of these monsters don't really do anything. I mean, I realize there was Ganon's, curse and all, but I'm sure King Dodongo was a regular character. I mean, the Cavern was named after him, so he had to have been in the Cavern at some point, just doing his own thing, just ruling his little cavern, and somehow Ganondorf corrupted him, I guess. I don't really know what the story is, because they don't really explain it all that well. That pretty much wraps that up. So once again, we've accomplished yet another sadist task of destroying this innocent creature that was just trying to rule over its little kingdom inside a cave. Doesn't even get a kingdom, it just gets a cave, and we can't even let him have that. Because we are just serious assholes in that sense. But we did get a heart container out of it because it's all fine and good, because Link is the slayer of beasts and the conqueror of their hearts. So now let's step into the portal. And for those of you who didn't watch my Majora's Mask Let's Play, which I'm imagining is the vast majority of you, this next part's probably not going to make any sense, but I'm going to just sort of explain it real quick. In Majora's Mask, I gave all of the different species accents, and none of them were any good. They were all probably really awful, and I pretty much butchered all the accents, but the Gorons had Japanese accents, so that's where this is about to come from.
It's a me, Darunia. Well done. Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from Dodongo's cavern until our stomachs are burst. What a wild adventure. It will make an incredible story. I can't believe the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers. And that big rock blocking the cave. All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief, Ganondorf. He said, "Give me the spiritual stone, only then will I open the cave for you. You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I like you. as evidenced by my creepy curved smile. How's about you and I become Sawana brothers? No, there's no bigger ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship.
And on that note, we have the Goron's Ruby. This is the spiritual stone of fire passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find.
Brother, you will keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the great fairy on top of this mountain. She will power you up. Hey everybody, let's see off our brother.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is like when you first get accepted into the anime club. It's like, one of us. It's like, will you come with us to NYAF? Okay, never mind. Thank you guys for watching. Next time on Ocarina of Time Master Quest 3D, we are going to take on the next dungeon inside the belly of a giant fish. And if possible, I might actually get a guest commentator on that. See you guys next time!